So you went to a university in Prague? The son of a miller?
Why not? My father worked his arse off, and he had the coin for it, miller or not. I met a lot of remarkable people at the university, and my thirst for knowledge kept growing. But in the end, it only took a year of all that pretentious, scholarly blathering and hypocritical nonsense for me to realize I wouldn't learn anything proper there. Most of the students and masters are just a bunch of dogmatic fools. They have their own truth, and those who want to know more or ask the wrong questions fall into disfavor, as was my case.
You left your studies?
And I'm glad I did. The most important science is not subject to any religious dogma. And, of course, it's not taught at any university. The art of combination and dissolution, the key to understanding the very nature of the world. There's only one queen of science, alchemy. I returned to the mill in Lower Samine and started a new life.
What did your parents say when you returned from your studies?
My mother had already passed away. All my father said was, "I knew you'd be back." And he sent me to haul sacks of flour. I think in the end he was glad to have someone to take over the mill from him. From then on, alchemy became my true passion. I brought a few important books from Prague. I started with the most difficult thing. I tried to create gold.
That was pretty daring of you.
As you might expect, it didn't work. But after a few tries, I managed to create something entirely different. Once I tried mixing sulfur, charcoal, and saltpeter. I had a candle burning next to me. A gust of wind scattered the mixture, and all of a sudden, bang! I almost shit myself, I tell you. But then I realized I'd unwittingly created a miracle. Explosive black powder.
So I was... Right. You're making weapons.
No, it's about much more than that. We're all in on it now.
I couldn't continue my experiments on my own, but Bonnie and Zinnig did a few little jobs for me.
So he initiated us.
But we just still didn't know how to do it right and not blow ourselves up in the process.
And we used up a huge amount of saltpeter and sulfur.
By the way, the manuscript from that Hermes Trismegistos was our shopping list and price list for material from Gutenberg.
Only we didn't know correct proportions. I looked up a few of my former fellow students and brought it up with them. And we found out that before us, some monk had already made the discovery.
Some fella called Black Bertold. And that he even started writing a book called
Feuerwerkbuch.
We can believe our luck when we found out there's a copy of it right here at Trosky.
And you know the rest.
It's a discovery that will change history. In the right hands, it can make miracles happen. All it takes is a spark, and a storm of fire will sweep away the old world order. It will wipe out stupidity and ignorance, once and for all.
And what will happen now?
As I said, we're about to have our last supper on our journey to satisfy our hunger for knowledge. A feast of smoke and fire. Black Bertold never finished his book, because he never had enough ingredients for his last great experiment. But now, thanks to you, we do. We can finally finish Bertold's work and finish his book. We'll see with our own eyes what a barrel of black powder can do. I hope you're as excited as I am.
I've heard enough. Now I want to see that with my own eyes.
Let's do it then. Bonnie, is everything ready?
Indeed it is. We can get started. Long live the beautiful new world.
Looks like it ain't working.
I'd say it works just fine.
This will change history.
What? I can't hear a thing. But I'd say it works just fine.
As long as you listen to me and keep the precautions.
Black powder? I'd never have expected that from Crazel.
Imagine, that monarch of ours is half deaf.
That dog of yours? What does that have to do with the gunpowder magazine?
Just that I was wondering that the explosions didn't bother him at all. At least he won't suffer here. And now I'm not surprised he was so unhappy with that bastard. Hey, how did you know what we were actually...
I didn't exactly.
But you said weapons. How did you find out? Did we let it slip somehow?
I just guessed.
You bet on a guess. Ha ha ha! You're as hasty as that Z-neck of ours. And I still owe you a nickname. I reckon I'll call you... Z-neck...
Well, I suppose I can't talk...
Probably not. Well, at least me and Z-neck played our roles perfectly.
Nice work.
Likewise, brother Powderman. Good luck. Farewell, and take a bath, for goodness sake.
Farewell. And wash up a bit.
You really led me on about the gunpowder magazine, didn't you? A golem made of dough, souls inside saltpeter, the secrets of light and shadow. That was all just empty talk, wasn't it?
Not exactly. It's all based on the real philosophy of the Jewish Kabbalah. I studied the writings of Bonaventura and Dietrich von Freiburg, but it was never in my interest to put their theories into practice. But they work brilliantly as a cover-up, don't you think?
I reckon I played the fool well, if you thought I was falling for your delusions all along. I worked for Conrad Keyser himself, just so you know. And he never tried anything like that on me.
Keyser? Fancy that. Next time I'll play it safe and stick to the classics like Thomas Aquinas.
So for the last time, Crazel, what now?
I'll do what I promised, and what will most likely be my fate. I'm going to gather together all the knowledge I've acquired and finish Black Berthold's book. I'll finish his opus.
Uh-huh. And what about me?
That's up to you, Henry. You're a free man. Lower Samine has no hold over you, and never did. You know, the inevitability of God's plan takes no interest in people like you and me. We'll always be little people, beneath it all.
That sounds somehow hopeful in a peculiar way, I'd say. Now I'm even happier about the great thing we've accomplished here.
The ideal conclusion, I'd say. Maybe it's time to carry sacks at a different mill. But if you're still interested in learning a bit more, drawing from the well of alchemical knowledge...
I know where to find you.
Indeed.
Crazel?
I've told...
I know about...
That's a fight.
What's new?
Nothing much like... Take care, friend. You silly doggy.
Christ be... God be with you. I apologize. I hate sweeping.
May God give you help, sir.
Black powder? Well, now.
You didn't expect that, eh?
I'm not so stupid that I wouldn't realise you're not just milling wheat here.
Bollocks! But it is true, you did guess right that we was making weapons. Anyways, I hope the miller gives us a bit of extra coin now things has finally worked out.
In the worst case, you can go back to licking the walls of pigsties.
But next time you'll be coming with me. God be with you, good sir. My humble respect. God bless, good sir. Good doggy. Good boy.
Servus, guter Mann. What can I do for you?
I'm a servant of Lord Capon. Who do you serve?
I'm the bailiff of the town of Turnov. And your lord... Ich hatte bereits das Vergnügen mit ihm. Ich bin froh, they did not hang him. That would have been an awful shame. Though mainly for him and all his family.
It was a mistake worthy of punishment.
As a bailiff, I know very well how to handle poachers. Aber ja, du hast recht. In the case of the Lord of Leipa, the law is on his side.
Really?
Aber ja, as nobility, he should have only paid a heavy fine for hunting animals in another lord's estate. Er würde nicht be hanged like a common thief.
Why did you come to Trosky?
As a bailiff, I have Lehndienst meines Herrn.
What was that?
Leibeigenschaft. Ich bin ein Vasall von Herrn Otto von Bergo.
So he summoned you to his castle?
Me and 20 men of our town militia. It seems there is some vermin running rampant on the estate. And it is high time.
Auf Wiedersehen, Mann.
Greetings to you too. Keep that up and you've got it. What are you here for?
I need something. I'll have a look at the...
I'm glad you found what you were looking for, sir.
Yeah, the place by the Jagger off the stream. What then? Has the water strike been up to his mischief again?
I could say that.
They found a cloud body.
At your service, sir.
He was in the water at least.
What can you do, sir? Maybe next time. God grant you health.
What are you doing here?
You can't.
Good day. What would you like? What do you want?
I'd like to use.
And
I need my wound.
excellent.
I'll gladly pay.
Excellent. I bandaged that wound for you, sir. You should be more careful next time.
Careful!
You've come just at the right time. Looks like we'll eat and drink our fill before going into battle, eh?
It'll be mostly a lot of pointless small talk, if you ask me.
You're not looking forward to the feast?
I'm fed up with this waiting. I'd rather set out right now and wring the fuckers' necks one by one. And above all, I want to put that lying fraud from Nabokov in irons.
That makes two of us. We'll get him. Don't worry. I'm sure Von Burgov has good reasons for caution.
I hope so. And I'd rather get this messenger business off my back too.
Well, get back to enjoying life without the tiresome duties of a nobleman.
You bet. We'll live it up when we get back home. But now, let's go and hear what Sorotto has to say to us.
I'm hoping for some good drink and crispy roast meat while we listen.
Let's go then, before there's nothing but bones and empty pitchers left. Come just at the right.
Looks like
it'll be most.
You're not looking.
I'm fat and above all. I hope so.
Well, get back.
You. But now, let's go then.
Lord Capon and his page. At last.
Good evening, friends. Join us, please, and sample what our kitchen has to offer. Wench, pour Lord Capon some wine.
We have excellent Hungarian wine, sir.
Thank you. I won't say no. I'll be glad to drink to our upcoming victory over that rabble from Nabokov, and perhaps to an alliance against other such saboteurs throughout the Kingdom of Bohemia.
Well said. Just what I like to hear. What do you say to that, Ulrich?
It is certainly gratifying to hear a young lord expressing such concern for our country's fate.
True. It is admirable that you are determined not to betray your Uncle Hanush's trust. Our agreement stands, of course. But I'd like to remind all of you here that politics is mainly about making the right compromises, not hasty decisions.
Politics is truly complicated, sir. But every good servant's priority should be his master's well-being. And the master we'll serve is King Wenceslas.
Well said. It seems Hanush and Rezig have an eye for capable and eloquent servants. As soon as we are finished with that rebel, I shall write a reply to your letter. But now to the business at hand, my friends. We discussed this long and hard, but we came to the conclusion that the best thing would be to catch them by surprise. And for that reason, we will set out for Nabokov at the crack of dawn tomorrow.
And we will string up the insolent bastard who commands the bandits from the nearest tree.
More wine, Lord Chamberlain?
No, thank you. The Lord Chamberlain needs a clear head. He will lead the assault on the fortress.
What? Sorry, sir. But did you say we'll be under Ulrich's command?
Who else? My captain is injured, and I am expecting an important visit. Unfortunately.
Aha. And may I know what the Lord Chamberlain's plan is?
Of course you may. It's nothing complicated. We'll pass through the Trosky Gorge early in the morning and reach the fortress unobserved. A quick charge will get us over the palisade, and we'll catch that rabble by surprise. They won't know what hit them. Ha ha!
I'm sorry, sir. But isn't that kind of frontal assault needlessly risky?
Risky? Peasants with pitchforks could handle that rabble. Have no fear, Lord Capon.
Well, that wouldn't be my plan.
Sorry, sir, but I think my lord here has more experience of soldiering than your Chamberlain. He fought with valor during the conquest of Pribyslavitz and the siege of Talmberg. and I think he'd be more useful.
I have no doubt Lord Capon is very experienced for someone his age. You're not offended, I hope.
Perish the thought, sir.
It's thanks to the Lord Chamberlain that this castle is...
My friend, send your servant to the smithy for armor and to see...
Catherine, sir.
To see Catherine for wine for the journey. We'll move out as soon as the sun rises. Be so kind and get me another pitcher of the Hungarian wine, will you?
As you wish. Just a moment, Lord Chamberlain.
I promise, sir, that this will be my last wine today. The next wine I drink will be to celebrate our victory.
Your health, then, gentlemen. Eat, drink, and be merry. But don't overdo it. Tomorrow, I expect...
Anything else, lad?
I'd like to speak to Sir Otto.
Certainly.
Would I be right in assuming nobody else knows about the content of our message yet?
Correct. And that is how it will stay. Until...
What about the League of Lords? Do you think you're...
Careful now, young man.
The war hurts everyone, without exception. And that is why it has to stop. Each one of us has to consider what he can do for peace in the land. You can show what you can do tomorrow. When we...
We'll make short work of them.
I'll try not to let you down, sir.
Certainly. We will talk tomorrow when it's over. I do not let capable men go un...
Ah, junger Mann, komm her. Ah, junger Mann, komm her.
What's the discussion about, gentlemen?
We're just talking about the ambush on Lord von Bergoff's men.
Apparently, it was the same man who attacked your company by the pond.
Aye, no doubt about it. It's the same band of troublemakers.
Who got the better of you twice, eh?
Zweimal?
That's right. They say that at Nabokov, Lord Capon parleyed with someone pretending to be old Nabok. But in fact, it was none other than the leader of those disgraceful scoundrels.
Dann ist es ja kein Wunder that puffed-up Capon won't talk to us. He's afraid we'll make fun of him.
Sorry, sir, but let's talk about something else.
Watch your tongue. You don't want Henry to take offense and fly off the handle again?
Ja, du hast recht. I went too far. If I've offended you, Henry, we can... But if you'd rather try your luck, that strikes me as a better option than going... Wie war das?
I understand.
Ich hoffe, das Glück steht mir bei. Show me what you've got, lad.
Even a fool gets lucky sometimes.
Hier. Schön.
Oh my God! No! Has to work out sometime.
If I was you, I'd take it.
See? You can do it. Keep it up.
Diese. Schön. Das
That's
war's.
good too.
You're up,
But
my
you
friend.
could throw better.
Let it be now. I want to play too, you know. Have you lost your mind? You're going to lose everything.
You have to have a bit of sense and count the dice.
Diese. Hier.
Is it still the same year?
Or the next
Verdammt!
one?
No, just chicken stuffed with gravy. The cook is a woman, my lady, and she's worth her weight in gold.
Who's winning? I forgot already.
Hier.
Let's drink, my friends.
Was ist los?
We didn't have
it's all
such
yours.
dice when I was young. We shaped them out of clay. Played with them. They were rounded and didn't have any numbers on them. My legs are starting to hurt from all this standing around.
Who let him in, eh? Margrave Jobst and his ilk.
Diese. Schön.
Maybe I'd prefer a short game to a long one like this.
Verdammt! So that's your plan, is it? Here.
My God, is it still not over?
Good, good. I'm doing well. Oh
I
my
knew
God!
it'd be good.
9!
I said as much.
Sin, my lady. The worst sin of all. Not just any Englishman. A heretic. Wycliffe is a heretic. There's no doubt about it. His books seek to overturn divine order.
It looks like you don't even want to play. Last time I was watching, a farmer lost his breeches and his boots here.
He'll just sow confusion. And worse still, some people support him.
And I hear tell that even Queen Sophia goes to hear her preaching.
Otherwise it will be turned upside down by sinful hedonists.
Das war's. You're up, my friend. Mein Gott, warum?
That was a good game, friends.
Aye. Every game is good when you fatten your purse.
Ah, Lady Fortune gives and takes by turns. A few grosh...
But you're still...
Well, that's true. No offense, friend.
What's wrong, Henry? Am I invisible or something? You've got more important things on your plate than I do, Henry. Stop faffing about and get over here.
We have a poet among us, eh?
Me, a poet? I leave that sort of thing to Flory. Women swoon in his arms. There's a poetic soul for you.
Seems Flory...
Aye, he's too big for his boots, but I'll pay him back for his jokes soon enough.
Tell me more.
Excellent. I need to get Florian back for one of his jokes. It should hurt him a...
What did he do to you?
He persuaded a certain damsel to let him dress up in her... When I sang beneath her window one evening, and that twit threw lilac...
How awful. How do you want to...
Nothing of the sort. No violence. I know that one damsel gave him a ring, and it'd be interesting to slip the...
I'll think it over.
But if you check... But you have to...
Hey, blacksmith's boy. What are you doing there? get over here. Stop.
I'm not local, so I'd like to introduce myself, gentlemen.
We're not local either, but we've already heard of you.
Aye. Mainly about your brushes with the law. Truly amusing escapades, if what they say is true.
I don't know what folk have been saying, but they like to exaggerate. Let's talk about something else.
Of course. No offense intended.
My name is Old.
What about tomorrow?
Of course.
I hope you'll leave room.
Have no...
Well, if we burn...
Aye, aye. He toiled all...
Yet it's nothing more.
All the better for...
I can't wait.
He'll be happy to give us the wine.
Any news,
Yes. We were just talking about the finger of God.
What's that? Some book?
Nobody knows. But the name... Apparently Sir Otto paid a fortune for this.
Sounds like some holy relic, doesn't it?
Aye. But it occurred...
I heard him telling Chaplain Nicodemus, throwing around coin like that when there's a...
But our Sir Otto has deep pockets.
Aye. Once you get... You and Lord Capon are here on... You're envoys of Hanush of Lipa.
Yes. We brought a mess. Now we're just waiting for Lord Born...
What does Margrave Yobbs...
To end the war, I think.
Well, well. Yobbs himself wants to make peace with the League of Lords.
Aye. And free our king from captivity.
Interesting. Yet it was him who was at war with Wenceslas.
Do you have a chat, bonny lad?
Well now, you've made quite an impression, friend.
Can I help you, my lady?
This is Johanka of Zhernov, Henry.
Pleased to meet you.
I know who you are. My companions here talked about you. And the stories were somewhat madcap, if you don't mind me saying so.
Nothing more than a couple of silly misunderstandings.
The pond, the stocks, and the gallows. Quite a nice series of misunderstandings, if you ask me.
Your life was on the line more than once, young man.
You're right, Father. And not just my life, Lord Capon's as well.
Well, that sounds interesting. Won't you tell me about it? I'd love to hear about adventures right from their hero himself.
I'll be glad to tell you my story. Where to begin?
The best place to begin is at the beginning, isn't it?
You're right, of course. That would be best. Lord Hanush and Radzig entrusted us with delivering a message to Trosky. It's a long way from our home in Ratai. So we made camp by a pond to bathe a bit before presenting ourselves to the local lord. But we didn't have time for that, because a band of cutthroats suddenly attacked us. They killed without mercy, and our men had no chance against them. We had no choice but to jump into the water and swim for our lives. I still don't know how I didn't drown. I can't swim, you see.
Truly divine intervention, my son. God clearly wanted you to be saved.
Truly shocking and terrifying. Tell me, what awful thing happened next?
What can I say? Nothing much apart from the fact they almost stuck me like a pig.
No doubt, but that's just what interests me.
We were saved by a good-hearted old woman. But later, we got involved in a tavern brawl. Well, the brawl was started by my Lord Capon, actually. Manual labor would have been too humiliating for him, you see. Even more humiliating than having the local guards pour, slops over us, it would seem.
No, that is truly awful.
But it's true. Everyone thought we were stinking vagabonds, which led to a whole misunderstanding.
Bailiff Thrush put them in the stocks.
Yeah, like I said, they took us for ragamuffins.
Fair enough. But out with it now. Why did they punish you?
I admit the bailiff was right to punish us. But we would have won the brawl otherwise, my lady.
Excellent. I think people are wrong about you. You're a sincere and brave young man, Henry.
And rather entertaining company.
Yes, I... agree. It's a pity my good friend didn't hear your story. She would have been very interested.
Who do you mean, my lady?
Unfortunately, she just went outside to get some fresh air. But the easiest way to put that right would be to go and find her. Would you escort me, Sir Knight?
Certainly, my lady. I'd be honoured to escort you.
Excellent. I'm sure the learned... It's a lovely summer night. It was horribly stuffy inside. Thanks for rescuing me from the claws of the...
Of course. But I thought...
I know what you thought. Some men are terribly slow-witted, that's all. Like my late husband. But maybe I underestimated you, eh?
Well, I don't think you're the kind to fall for pretty poems.
Well. Finally an exception that proves the rule.
I'm no good at poetry anyway.
That's enough talk, silly. Embrace me. Let's enjoy this night. It wasn't made for sleep, after all.
Hey, Henry, what are you playing at? We're leaving.
I've got your armour and wine for the journey.
Where is it then?
Oh, sorry.
What's the matter, Henry? We have to set off.
What was I just thinking about?
I'm sorry.
Good day. What would you like?
Excuse me.
What do you want?
I'm supposed to...
For that hand...
The thing...
Forget it. But don't worry. I just like the lock...
Sure.
God be with you, sir.
Good day to you.
Okay. Well...
I won't... apologize. Christ, pardon me.
What's wrong, Henry? Am I invisible or something? Stop Hey, blacksmith's boy. What are you doing there? Get up. Here. Come on, Henry. You can have a drink afterwards.
And I apologize.
We have a poet among us. Me, women's. There's a. But I.
Tell me.
What did he? When I said that. Nothing. I know.
I'll think it.
But if you. But you.
You've got more important things.
I'd like to have a bit of discourse with you, young man.
This is Henry, Lord Capon's servant.
What's he doing here?
He came here with a message from...
Excuse me?
Lord Capon's servant.
I'm not local, so I'd like to introduce...
We're not local either, but we...
Aye. Mainly, truly a...
Well, we had a couple of misfortunes, but I don't know what you heard.
Only that the village yokels took you for beggars and clapped you in the stocks.
Well, after you'd beaten up a couple of them, including the local bailiff's son.
Well, as I said, we had a couple of misfortunes.
Of course. No offense intended. We're glad to meet you.
My name is Olbram, and this is Yeshek of Bor.
What about tomorrow?
Of course.
I hope you'll leave room.
Have no...
Well, if we burn down his castle, he's bound to have a fit.
I think Sir
Aye. He toiled all his life.
Yet it's nothing more than a hut on a rock.
All the better for us. We'll take the hood in a trice, and then relieve Yaramir of a few barrels from his cellar.
I can't wait to see the look on his face when he finds out how much the rescue will cost him.
He'll be happy to give us the wine. Better to be alive and well than cold for eternity.
Any news, gentlemen?
Yes. We were just talking about the Finger of God.
What's that? Some book?
Nobody knows. But the name is truly odd, isn't it? Apparently Sir Otto paid a fortune for this finger in Prague.
Sounds like some holy relic, doesn't it?
Aye. But it occurred to Albram that it might be some new castle bell.
I heard him telling Chaplain Nicodemus that the castle needs a new bell. Throwing around coin like that when there's a war on is a sin, I tell you.
But our Sir Otto has deep pockets, and the war hasn't changed that. Quite the opposite, if anything.
Aye. Once you get involved in politics in Prague, the coin comes rolling in. You and Lord Capon are here on political business, aren't you? You're envoys of Hanush of Lipa, and the king's favourite, Radzig Kobyla, right?
Yes. We brought up. Now we're just waiting for Lord Bornbergov's reply.
What does Margrave Jobst want?
To end the war, I think.
Well. Jobst himself wants to make peace with the League of Lords.
Aye. And free our king from captivity.
Interesting. Yet it was him who was at war with Wenceslaus just a year ago.
I'd like to have a bit of discourse with you, young man.
Well now, you've made quite an impression, friend.
A good idea. This is soldiers' business after all, isn't it?
Was it his lord who almost came to an undignified end?
Yes. He was almost hanged.
I'd like to have a bit of discourse with you, young man.
My boy, even the sparrows in the eaves are serenading your escapades.
Was it his lord who almost came to an undignified end?
Yes. He was almost hanged. But thankfully, it was all cleared up in time.
I'm sorry.
This is Johanka of Zhernok.
Pleased to meet you.
I know who you are. My companions here, and this store.
The pond, the stock.
Your life.
You're right, Father.
Well, I'd love to. The best place.
You're right. It all began one lovely day when we'd been on the road for ages. It's a long way from our home in Ratai. So we made camp by a pond to bathe a bit before presenting ourselves to the local lord. But we didn't have time for that, because a band of cutthroats suddenly attacked us. They killed without mercy, and our men had no chance against them. We had no choice but to jump into the water and swim for our lives. I still don't know how I didn't drown. I can't swim, you see.
Truly divine intervention, my son. God clearly wanted you to be saved.
Truly shocking and terrifying. Tell me, what awful thing happened next?
What can I say? Nothing much apart from the fact they almost stuck me like a pig.
No doubt, but that's just what interests me.
We were saved by a good-hearted old woman. But later, we got involved in a tavern brawl. Well, the brawl was started by my Lord Capon, actually. Manual labor would have been too humiliating for him, you see. Even more humiliating than having the local guards pour, slops over us, it would seem.
No, that is truly awful.
But it's true. Everyone thought we were stinking vagabonds, which led to a whole misunderstanding.
Bailiff Thrush put them in the stocks.
Yeah, like I said, they took us for ragamuffins.
Fair enough. But out with it now. Why did they punish you?
I admit the bailiff was right to punish us. But we would have won the brawl otherwise, my lady.
Excellent. I think people are wrong about you. You're a sincere and brave young man, Henry.
And rather entertaining company.
Yes, I agree. It's a pity my good friend didn't hear your story. She would have been very interested.
Who do you mean, my lady?
Unfortunately, she just went outside to get some fresh air. But the easiest way to put that right would be to go and find her. Would you escort me, Sir Knight?
I'm sorry. Maybe you look...
A pity, Sir Knight.
Hey, blacksmith's boy. What are you doing there?
So, how are you enjoying the... Henry, a word? Christ, do you even...
Ah, good to see you. At least I know one person here. I wouldn't mind a few more feasts like this now and then. Have you tasted the Hungarian wine?
I remain on duty, so I can't. But when I see how the others are enjoying it, sacre, I miss Prague.
You're a regular martyr. For my part, I'll be happy to have a drink. On your behalf as well. Have you heard the plan of attack?
No. Ulrich is keeping it all close to his chest.
Not that there's any point.
I noticed that your lord isn't too fond of the Chamberlain.
That's one way of putting it.
Sir Otto respects him, and I trust him. But it's true, Ulrich is a bit strange.
He's a conceited fool, you mean?
If it's glory that you seek, you cannot be shy and meek.
Do you know the other guests?
They're noblemen from these parts, but I don't know them personally. That cheerful little fellow in the middle is Herman Palitz, known as Littlehead. Pity you didn't see his performance on the barrel. Thankfully, the barrel gave way before Littlehead.
And the other one? The thin one?
Florian of Lomnitz, a famed wit, fair of face and well-spoken. The ladies swoon. For all he could care, well, we'll see what kind of company he prefers in the end.
What was von Berghoff doing in Prague?
He's the royal chamberlain. So, he's in charge of collecting taxes from royal towns and monasteries. And he was negotiating with the League of Lords as well, of course.
What? He promised he'd support the proposal of Hannes of Lipa.
Maybe, but he can hardly call off negotiations with Rosenberg and the other powerful lords. Politics isn't blind man's buff. Besides, you only gave him the message after he came back from Prague, didn't you?
Do you know what the negotiations in Prague were about?
No, because I'm not a spy.
But personal bodyguards often hear all kinds of things, don't they?
Well, Hohenstein and Riesenberg are quarrelling over some nonsense in Saxony. Lichtenberg is trying to play both sides, and the mighty Rosenberg is scheming against everyone. Aye, and Bocek of Kunstadt is looking for a husband for his niece, Yitka. She's pretty, so it won't take long.
I thought the League of Lords was supposed to be united.
What? Then? No chance. Having too many roosters in the yard always ends badly.
What about you and the local women folk? Got your eye on anyone?
Come off it. I'd have to stand in line behind Herman and his ilk. I'd rather have a drink with you.
I never say no to a pretty woman.
Enjoy yourself. A pitcher of wine makes a good day better still. But too many pitchers will leave you feeling ill.
Good God!
I'd like to learn...
Unfortunately...
I'd like to learn...
Lord... If he sent... In that case...
I'll take a lot.
A true... I don't think...
Thank you.
If you want to train your... After all...
I'd like to learn... Let's...
Come by...
I'd like to learn...
Unfortunately...
What's wrong, Henry? Am I invisible or something? Come... You've got more important things on your plate than I do, Henry. Come on, Henry. You can have a drink afterwards. Hey, blacksmith's boy. What are you doing there? Get over here.
What is it? I thought a good old feast would cheer you up.
You call this a good feast? Nothing but puffed up peacocks sucking up to each other, pretending they don't smell of dung. And the Chamberlain. My God. I can't take another moment of that fool.
Sod the Chamberlain. He's a conceited idiot.
And how many battles has he won, eh?
You heard Lord von Burgov. He trusts him.
Ulrich is a master of the quill, that's all. By the way, thanks for standing up for me.
You're welcome. I definitely trust you more in battle than him.
When push comes to shove, I won't be paying much heed to that buffoon's orders.
I get that, but you gave von Burgov your word as a knight that you'd help him. That band of cutthroats killed our men as well. And we don't have a chance against them on our own.
Oh, maybe. You know what? I've had enough. I'm going to bed. But don't you forget to stop by the smithy for my sword and armor. And fetch some wine from Catherine. If you want my advice, try not to get too shit-faced. We've got a battle to fight tomorrow.
Don't worry. I'll take care of it.
All right. Good night then, Henry.
Ha! It didn't take you long to find... Ha! I'm pleased...
God be with you.
Greetings to you.
Excuse me.
What do you want?
I'm supposed to...
For that hand...
What, the thing...
Forget it. But don't worry. I just like the lock got...
Sure.
Thanks. Farewell, my friend.
I've heard a lot about you, youngster. What would you say if I wrote an ode to you?
Seems you're a master of tragic poetry, eh?
What have we here? Your wits are quick, my friend. Tell me, what really happened?
I'll help you play the joke on Florian.
Excellent.
I'll think...
But you have...
God, the provincial authorities are not